Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's update. Today's Tuesday, November 30th, and it's a difficult day today for S&G because as it was announced to some of the employees and letting everybody know that we've decided to close our Cupertino store. The store's been there for 6 or 7 years and has struggled on and off for quite a while. In fact, last year our lease was up and the landlord enticed us to sign a 1-year deal just to see if the economy would turn around or things would get better, where we could take the store and make it profitable. But unfortunately we weren't able to do it, even with the reduced rent. So now that it's time to sign a 5-year lease, we've opted not to do that, and we're actually going to shut the store down. So unfortunate for the employees there. A number of them were laid off Monday and Tuesday, and my heart goes out to them, especially during the holiday time. But it's unfortunate that the lease had to be signed at this time, and we decided not to. So thus we'll be shutting it down right before Christmas time. It's not from lack of effort or trying. I think the employees in the Cupertino store basically were victims of the economy. It's not a reflection on them, it's a reflection of the way things are in every business across the United States. Things are really tough, and there's a lot of companies, major companies, that wouldn't be around today unless your tax dollars actually bailed them out. Companies like General Motors or Bank of America or Citibank. We're kind of carpet jockeys, if you will, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just a difficult time in America for small businesses, and we fall under that category. So my many thanks to the people that were laid off for your years of service and your dedication and giving it your all for the S&G team. You'll be missed, and I wish you and your families nothing but the absolute best, and I just want to say thanks from the bottom of my heart. And again, it's not a reflection on you as individuals, but more of a reflection on the times that we're living in. So again, thank you for your years of service and dedication. Okay. The Cupertino store, Bob will be there manning it by himself for the next few weeks. We'll be shutting it down, like I said, right before Christmas, and then Bob will be transferring to the Almaden store. Over the next 3 weeks, the object is to touch base with as many potential customers as well as past customers and let them know that the store is closing, and give them the phone numbers and directions to the Almaden store as well as the Santa Clara store. We're hoping that we'll be able to take about half the business and carry it to one of the 2 other S&G locations. Okay, so again, thanks to the crew of the Cupertino store for giving it your all. Moving forward, we're anticipating December to be a little bit better than what it has been in the past years. This will be a change for us because we're going to be advertising through the month of December, which is something we haven't really done before. I heard the new ad, the new commercial earlier today, and it's really quite catchy, and I think you're really going to get a kick out of it. Very contemporary, if you will. And once you hear it, you'll know what I mean. So we're hoping to get some good numbers starting off the month in December, carried right in through to January, and there from then on, and as we get to the busier times. A couple things to go over real quick. First one is that once we're out of the dry tack adhesive, we're going to be switching to the Bostix Vapor Lock. Your store managers are aware of that, and they'll be ordering that as soon as you're out of the old dry tack and the tight bond. Okay. The other thing I wanted to mention was the Eternity laminate is pretty much down to just little bits here and there. We're selling it all off at 89 cents a square foot. But what we don't want to do is, when you see it on a line, inventory line, you can't mix the lines. Okay, what's on that inventory line can only be sold. So let's say you need 500 feet, and there's 300 feet on one line and 400 feet on the other line. We don't have enough material. Those 2 lines do not match, so you can't combine them. Okay, you can only sell off that individual line. So be careful with that. We don't want to make any promises or run into any issues later on down the line. We will be looking at new laminates next week on Wednesday, December 8th, and selecting what our new stock laminate will be. So we're kind of excited about that. Okay, and then one other thing I wanted to mention in closing is just our overall aggressiveness. all the stores now have their estimate sheets or the estimate schedules at the front counters, and every time we sell one of those jobs, they're writing the date in red of when the job closed. And if you were to go back and look at that, the one thing you'd really notice is that most of the jobs sell within the first week, maybe 2 at the most, of when the estimate was done. A whole lot of jobs close in the first 1 or 2 or 3 days, and then, within the first week for sure. Then some come in the second week, but very few of the jobs actually close a month later or 2 months later or 3 months later. And our exit poll that was done by our advertising agency really bore that fact out, that people said they were looking to buy basically some as soon as possible, but the vast majority of them within a month. So if a customer is kind of not giving you a positive feedback or willing to make a commitment, you can bet that we missed something. Either we didn't find the right product or color, the selection maybe, but more times than not I think you're going to find out that it's a price issue. That we went out, gave them the in-house estimate or complimentary proposal, they had someone else come out that was maybe the same price or a little bit less money or a little bit more high pressure, things like that, and the customer's feeling obligated to go with them. We really don't want to let that happen. We need to step up our game, become a little bit more aggressive, and close faster and sooner so that we can save those jobs from our competitors. Okay? That new S&G attitude to take every single job. Remember, we have the low price guarantee. Will be any written bid by 10%. Those are all things we need to instill in the customer and let them know that buying from S&G is not only an intelligent and smart decision, but it's where they're going to get their best overall value, their best warranties, their best installation, best price, best after market service, the best customer service. Okay, so for the overall value, you can't beat what we're doing. So with that, hey guys, take care, have a good week, and we'll talk to you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.